Well, let me just say something real quick about this health care.
Okay, come on, girl. Let's go to the health care. Yeah.
You know, the bill is back. And you got the senators announcing that they're not for it. You know this. I'm starting to feel like they playing ping pong back and forth when it comes down to the health bill, and I feel like they're wasting taxpayers' dollars just going back and forth, back and forth.
Well, let me just say this here before you get started with that. Listen, the bill that they have. It's going to cut $772 billion cut from Medicaid over 10 years.
Right.
$321 billion in deficit reduction over 10 years.
Right.
But about 22 millions are the ones who are probably going to be, I guess, axed from it.
Okay, but they keep going back, and I keep hearing Pelosi talking about these people's going to die.
See, but here's the deal, Silk. If you are poor, you're still going to be able to get Medicaid.
Okay.
If you are poor and you live below a certain line, you're going to still get Medicaid. So I don't understand how. Okay, you talking about the people that's going to lose it. But what about the people that can't use it?
They can't even
They
afford
can't
to
use it. You talking about the people that's going to lose it, that's going to die. What about the people that has it? But they can't even use it. They gonna die too.
Right.
And so my theory is this. Y'all need to come to the table and hash it out and make this thing where it works.
You know what I say?
What?
And I'm going to be very honest.
Okay.
Back away from the table. I am ready for taxes to be lowered.
But
wait. I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
Because you got the left fighting for Obamacare, and you have some on the right fighting against Obamacare, saying we need to get new health care. Okay? We've been going back and forth with this same thing for how long? About what? 5 or 6 months now.
Right.
The Democrats already said, we don't care what you bring. We ain't going for it.
Right.
This is my theory.
What's your theory?
I say let Obamacare implode.
Well, it's already imploded.
Let it dissolve itself. Okay? Because the more you keep going back and forth, we're going to continue to go back and forth, and they will never get to taxes.
Right.
Okay? But sometimes, in order for people to see how bad this thing really is, you have to take a step back.
And let it dismantle
and let it dismantle its own.
And then they can build from another foundation.
There you go. Because Obamacare will be dissolved. And once Obamacare is gone and dissolved, then you have all of the ones that's been sitting on the sideline and said, I'm not doing nothing. They'll be at the White House door saying we need some type of health care. We're ready to work with you, Mr. President.
But this is what I don't want them to do. Don't blame Trump for this. That's because this was Obamacare, and it is a failure. People in Kentucky don't got it. Blue Cross Blue Shield is pulling out. Aetna done pulled out. A lot of these companies are pulling off.
Keep pulling out. Because if you look, you got the 24 million that have it. And you got the how many hundreds of millions that can't afford to get it.
Or can't afford to keep it.
Can't afford to get it. Okay? So you got the ones that can't afford it, and they won't be able to get it. And the ones that get it won't be able to keep it. So once it's dissolved itself, then once again, here come the Democrats, here come the people. They're going to want to work together to make something happen. But as long as you got one side fighting for Obamacare and the other side fighting against it, we're going to keep going back and forth in this fight. I say let Obamacare implode. Let it dissolve and dismantle.
And people got to see that. And when you start dismantling,
that's right.
Do not put the blame on our president. Don't put it on Trump because he didn't create this Obamacare. Obama did.
He said he wants to repeal and replace it. But you got the opposition saying, we don't like you, Trump. So we know what you promised your people, that you're going to repeal and you're going to replace it. So what we're going to do is fight against you repealing and replacing. So when 2018 and 2020 come along, okay, then we'll have something, a talking point to say, well, you didn't repeal and you didn't replace Obamacare.
But we will also have a talking point where you didn't help.
You didn't help.
You didn't come to the table.
That's right.
You were sitting out there, look at Maxine. I'm not doing anything for the president.
The more reason to let this Obamacare dissolve itself, because the money is going to run out.
Yeah,
the
it
money
really
is going to run
People
out.
that's getting stuff for free, I'm telling you.
The money is going to run out, and soon the ones that's getting it for free won't even be able to get it for free. And once it's gone,
that's right.
Then you have a new foundation that the slate is wiped clean. They can't fight for nothing. The left won't be able to fight for nothing, because they won't be able to fight for nothing, because it won't be nothing there for them to fight for, because it's dissolved.
I wish that instead of just letting the senators or whoever make decisions for Americans, I wish they would bring in real Americans and have some type of committee to really dedicate themselves to health care. And I wish they would go around to see what is it that we want. What is it that we want here? Because I want everybody to have coverage. But people got to understand, if you get something for free, you can't get it for free, because you got people paying for it and they still can't use it. And they still dying. And really, they don't have any health care, though they paying for it.
But the key word is everybody. We want everybody to be able to afford to get health care, to be able to afford to purchase health care. Don't get me wrong, they're going to have to go back in and redo some things with the cost.
Candy said her deductible is $10,000. Now, now, a poor person can get it for free, get their teeth and stuff clean. Candy got to pay $10,000 before she can even move forward. Before it even kick in. So what about that? She really don't have coverage.
She got a card, not care.
That's right.
That's what she got. And even though she got that, she's also paying for the free person.
See, that's not fair. So when I hear them talking about, it's going to make this with poor people, so many people not going to have health care. What about the people that have this and still can't use it? They don't have care either. And that's how they should break that down. I think that this can be an issue for everybody, because we all want health care. But we going to have to all come to the table. What is it that we want? And every people that get stuff for free, you can't get everything for free.
You know what, Diamond? While this is imploding, why Obamacare is dissolving itself, there needs to be that group to say, this is what we're going to do right here. So you don't have to repeal Obamacare. Let it dismantle
we'll call it some other type of care.
Because all of this fighting back and forth, we're missing out on the main issues that the American people need. Right now, we want the damn taxes.
And
that's
I believe,
what we want.
and I believe, I believe that will be
Let everything else dissolve itself, and let's get out of this fight. Because we're in the midst of a fight, and fight begate more fight.
I do wish that they would go ahead and put that mandate in place where, if you don't have something, then, if you don't have it, they tax you. I wish they would take that off.
Take the mandate out of it.
Yeah, because this girl that's got to pay a $10,000 deductible first. How do we know she's not paying $600 or $700 a month? She can't. On the salary, and she may be making about $35,000, $40,000. She can't afford it. That's like another house payment.
And I understand in the midst of this, a lot of people is going to suffer. I know people are going to suffer in the midst of it, but sometimes you have to let it do what it's going to do in order to rebuild it on a solid foundation.
Because it's not
right
solid.
Now, this foundation
because you're making certain people pay for everybody else, and they can't even use care.
They can't even use care. They got a card, but not care.
Oh God!
Now you got a damn card, and you go to the medical facility.
You go to the doctor. No, they won't. They accept your card, but you give me $10,000
before,
and then I'll fix your little. I'll give you some stitches for $2,000.
Yes, right.
But before I kick in and pay the $2,000, you got to give me $10,000. Well, then if that be the case, then why can't she just save up her money in her own savings account?
But you got this mandate, and because you have this mandate under Obamacare, you got a lot of more people paying more to the penalties. Instead of to the people that's getting it for free.
Yeah, I think that it should be something for them to opt out the mandate.
Yes,
because listen, people can't
and let it dissolve, let it go away on its own itself. And because what did we do before Obamacare?
Well, listen, there were types of, like, you had the health department, and there were certain organizations that you can go to get your mammograms or whatever. Right. But the deal is, I know people, they done got this care. They're trying to take care of their bodies.
Yeah. When you get a taste of it.
But let me tell you something. If you can't pay for it, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But you can't write off the backs of other people and make them pay for it.
Right.